नमस्कार, मैं हूँ दृष्टि जैन एंड वेलकम टू दिस वीडियो सीरीज जिसका नाम है घटना सूत्र। इस वीडियो सीरीज में हम डिस्कस करेंगे ज्योग्राफी की एनसीईआरटी लेटेस्ट एडिशन फ्रॉम क्लास 6th टू क्लास 12th। हम फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी भी डिस्कस करेंगे और ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी भी डिस्कस करेंगे। इस पूरे वीडियो सीरीज में अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 30 to 35 लेक्चर्स होंगे जिसमें पूरी आपकी ज्योग्राफी की एनसीईआरटी कवर हो जाएगी। और एक वीडियो सीरीज में हम कंटेंट के साथ साथ PYQs भी देखेंगे, PYQs यूपीएससी के भी देखेंगे और स्टेट पीसीएस के भी देखेंगे। मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आप सभी को ये वीडियो काफ़ी अच्छी तरीके से समझ आएगी, क्योंकि मेरा जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है ना यूपीएससी के साथ काफ़ी लंबा है। मैंने यूपीएससी में 6 अटेम्प्ट्स दिए हुए हैं, उसमें 3 मेंस दिया हुआ है। मैंने फॉरेस्ट के मेंस लिखे हैं, 2 फॉरेस्ट का मेंस लिखा है और 2 फॉरेस्ट के इंटरव्यू दिए हुए हैं। तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप सभी को ये वीडियो लेक्चर काफ़ी पसंद आएगा, जिसमें मैं साथ साथ अंडरलाइन भी करते जाऊँगी और इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ें मार्क करते जाऊँगी। तो आप बस अपने सामने एनसीईआरटी की बुक रखिएगा, जो चीज़ हम पढ़ रहे हैं उसको ध्यान से पढ़िएगा और इसको बार बार रिविजन करते जाइएगा। तो चलो बिना लेट किए हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद द घटना सूत्र वीडियो लेक्चर सीरीज। Hello aspirants, welcome to the next video of Ghatna Sutra. In this video we will read chapter 3 of class 9th NCERT, that is drainage. अभी तक हमने chapter 1 और chapter 2 पढ़ लिया है class 9th NCERT का। हम सबसे पहले एक ओवरव्यू ले लेते हैं इस चैप्टर का। इसमें हम ड्रेनेज के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, ड्रेनेज बेसिन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, ड्रेनेज सिस्टम्स इन इंडिया के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। तो कौन कौन से ड्रेनेज सिस्टम्स हैं, हिमालयन रिवर्स कौन कौन सी है, पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स कौन कौन सी हैं, ड्रेनेज पैटर्न्स कौन कौन से बनते हैं, हम ये पढ़ेंगे। अब हिमालयन रिवर में हम इंडस रिवर सिस्टम के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, गंगा रिवर सिस्टम के बारे में पढ़ेंगे और ब्रह्मपुत्रा रिवर सिस्टम के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। फिर हम पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स में देखेंगे कि पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स में नर्मदा बेसिन, महानदी बेसिन, कृष्णा बेसिन, गोदावरी बेसिन और कावेरी बेसिन के बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे। उसके बाद हम थोड़ा बहुत लेक्स देखेंगे कि कौन कौन से टाइप ऑफ लेक्स हैं इंडिया में। उसके बाद हम देखेंगे रोल ऑफ रिवर्स इन इकोनॉमी और रिवर पॉल्यूशन। इस तरीके से हमारा ये वाला चैप्टर ख़त्म होगा। तो चलो हम सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं इस चैप्टर की बेसिक रीडिंग, और इसमें हम साथ ही साथ PYQs भी देखते जाएंगे। The term drainage describes the river system of an area. Look at the physical map. You will notice that small streams flowing from different directions come together to form the main river, which ultimately drains into a large water body such as a lake or a sea or an ocean. The area drained by a single river system is called a drainage basin. A closer observation on the map will indicate that any elevated area such as a mountain or an upland separates two drainage basins. Such an upland is known as water divide. तो क्या होता है, कोई भी अपलैंड जो 2 ड्रेनेज बेसिन्स को सेपरेट करता है उसको हम बोलते हैं वाटर डिवाइड। क्या बोलते हैं? वाटर डिवाइड। अब डू यू नो में देखिए क्या लिखा हुआ है, द वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट ड्रेनेज बेसिन इज दैट ऑफ नाइल रिवर इन इजिप्ट। तो कौन से रिवर की है? नाइल रिवर इन इजिप्ट की सबसे बड़ी ड्रेनेज बेसिन है। फिर ड्रेनेज सिस्टम्स इन इंडिया। द ड्रेनेज सिस्टम्स ऑफ इंडिया आर मेनली कंट्रोल्ड बाय द ब्रॉड रिलीफ फीचर्स of the subcontinent. Accordingly, the Indian rivers are divided into 2 main groups, that is the Himalayan rivers and the second is the peninsular rivers. Apart from originating from the 2 major physiographic regions of India, the Himalayan and the peninsular rivers are different from each other in many ways. तो अब हम difference पढ़ेंगे Himalayan और peninsular rivers का। Most of the Himalayan rivers are perennial. It means that they have water throughout the year. These rivers receive water from rain as well as from melted snow from the lofty Himalayas. The 2 major Himalayan rivers, the Indus and the Brahmaputra, originate from the north of the mountain ranges. They have cut through the mountains, making gorges. The Himalayan rivers have long courses from their source to the sea. They perform intensive erosional activity in their upper courses and carry huge loads of silt and sand. In the middle and the lower courses, these rivers form meanders, oxbow lakes, and many other depositional features in their floodplains. They also have well-developed deltas. तो ये अपन को समझ आया बेसिकली हिमालयन रिवर्स के बारे में हमने पढ़ा। देखो ये फोटो देखो, सम ऑफ द फीचर्स मेड बाय रिवर्स। तो सबसे पहले स्टार्टिंग में सोर्स ऑफ रिवर, फिर अपर कोर्स रहता है, यहाँ पे गॉर्जेस वगैरह बनते हैं, मिडिल कोर्स में मियांडर बन जाता है और लोअर कोर्स में ऑक्सबो लेक और डेल्टा। ठीक है, अब हम देखते हैं पेनिनसुलर रिवर के बारे में। A large number of peninsular rivers are seasonal as their flow is dependent on rainfall. During the dry season, even the large rivers have reduced flow of water in their channels. The peninsular rivers have shorter and shallower courses as compared to their Himalayan counterparts. However, some of them originate in the central highlands and flow towards the west. Can you identify two such large rivers? Most of the rivers of peninsular India originate in the Western Ghats and flow towards the Bay of Bengal. ये हुआ पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स के बारे में. अब हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं ड्रेनेज पैटर्न क्या होता है. ये जो बॉक्स में बना हुआ है ना, the streams within a drainage basin form certain patterns depending on the slope of the land, underlying rock structure, as well as the climatic conditions of the area. These are dendritic, trellis, rectangular, and radial pattern. The dendritic pattern develops where the river channel follows the slope of the terrain. फोटो देखो, ये slope of the terrain को follow कर रही है, ठीक है, dendritic pattern में. The stream with its tributaries resembles the branches of a tree, thus the name dendritic. A river joined by its tributary at approximately right angles develops a trellis pattern. तो जब ट्रिब्यूटरी एक रिवर को 90 डिग्री पे ज्वाइन करती है तो ट्रेलिस पैटर्न बनता है. A trellis drainage pattern develops where hard and soft rocks exist parallel to each other. A rectangular drainage pattern develops on a strongly jointed rocky terrain. The radial pattern develops when streams flow in different directions from the central peak or dome-like structure. तो रेडियल कब होगा? जब सेंट्रल पीक से ऐसे बाहर जाते रहेंगे रिवर्स, ठीक है. A combination of several patterns may be found in the same drainage basin. ठीक है. Now अब हम आते हैं हिमालयन रिवर्स के बारे में. The major Himalayan rivers are the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These rivers are long and are joined by many large and important tributaries. A river along with its tributary may be called a river system. The Indus River System. The river Indus rises in Tibet near Lake Mansarovar. तो कहाँ पे origin होता है? Near Lake Mansarovar. Flowing west, it enters India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. It forms a picturesque gorge in this part. Several tributaries, the Zaskar, the Nubra, the Shyok, and the Hunza, join it in the Kashmir region. The Indus flows through Baltistan and Gilgit and emerges from the mountains at Attock. The Satluj, the Beas, the Ravi, the Chenab, and the Jhelum join together to enter the Indus near Mithankot in Pakistan. Beyond this, the Indus flows southwards, eventually reaching the Arabian Sea east of Karachi. The Indus Plain has a very gentle slope. With a total length of 2,900 km, the Indus is one of the longest rivers of the world. A little over a third of the Indus basin is located in India in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Punjab, and rest is in Pakistan. अब ये मैप है ना, ये जिसमें बहुत सारे रिवर्स और डैम्स वगैरह बने हुए हैं, ये हम लास्ट में देखेंगे, ठीक है. डू यू नो में आते हैं. According to the regulations of the Indus Water Treaty 1960, India can use only 20% of the water carried by Indus River system. This water is used for irrigation in Punjab, Haryana, and the southern and the western parts of Rajasthan. Indus Water Treaty हुई थी 1960 में इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के बीच में, ठीक है, उसके बारे में लिखा हुआ है. नेक्स्ट है द गंगा रिवर सिस्टम. The headwaters of the Ganga, called the Bhagirathi, is fed by the Gangotri glacier and joined by Alaknanda at Devprayag in Uttaranchal. At Haridwar, the Ganga emerges from the mountains onto the plains. The Ganga is joined by many tributaries from the Himalayas, a few of them being major rivers such as the Yamuna, the Ghagra, the Gandak, and the Kosi. The river Yamuna rises from the Yamunotri glacier in the Himalayas. It flows parallel to the Ganga and as a right bank tributary meets the Ganga at Allahabad. तो गंगा और यमुना कहाँ मिलते हैं? अलाहाबाद पे. The Ghagra, the Gandak, the Kosi rise in the Nepal Himalayas. They are the rivers which flood parts of the northern plains every year, causing widespread damage to life and property, but enriching the soil for the extensive agricultural lands. The main tributaries which come from the peninsular uplands are the Chambal, the Betwa, and the Son. These rise from semi-arid areas, have shorter courses, and do not carry much water in them. Find out where and how they ultimately join the Ganga. Enlarged with the waters from its right and left bank tributaries, the Ganga flows eastwards till Farakka in West Bengal. This is the northernmost point of Ganga Delta. The river bifurcates here. The Bhagirathi Hooghly, a distributary, flows towards through the deltaic plains to the Bay of Bengal. The main stream flows southwards into Bangladesh and is joined by Brahmaputra. Further downstream, it is known as Meghna. This mighty river, with waters from the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, that is Ganga और Brahmaputra मिलके बन जा रहे हैं Meghna, flows into the Bay of Bengal. The delta formed by these rivers is known as Sundarban Delta. ये इंपॉर्टेंट था, ठीक है. तो गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्र के डेल्टा को हम क्या बोलते हैं? सुंदरबन डेल्टा. अब डू यू नो में आओ. The Sundarban Delta derived its name from the Sundari tree which grows well in the marshland. It is one of the largest and the fastest growing delta. It is also the home of Royal Bengal tiger. The length of Ganga is over 2500 km. Look at the figure 3.4. Can you identify the type of drainage pattern formed by the Ganga river system? Ambala is located on the water divide between the Indus and the Ganga river system. मतलब यदि पूछा जाए कि कौन सी सिटी है जो गंगा और इंडस रिवर सिस्टम को डिवाइड करता है तो उसको हम बोलेंगे अंबाला. तो अंबाला is located on the water divide. The plains from Ambala to Sundarban stretch over nearly 1800 km, but the fall in its slope is hardly 300 meters. In other words, there is a fall of just 1 meter for every 6 km. Therefore, the river develops large meanders. Okay? Now, let's study the next river system, that is the Brahmaputra river system. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet east of Mansarovar Lake, very close to the source of Indus and the Satluj. It is slightly longer than the Indus and most of its course lies outside India. It flows eastwards parallel to the Himalayas. On reaching the Namcha Barwa, whose height is 7757 meter, it takes a U-turn and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh through a gorge. ये जो U-turn जहाँ पे लेते हैं ना उसको syntaxial bend भी बोलते हैं, okay? Here it is called the Hang and is joined by the Bank, the Lohit, the Kenula and many other tributaries to form the Brahmaputra in Assam. तब देखो इसमें important क्या था कि उस रिवर को दिहांग भी बोलते हैं और दिबांग क्या है? उसकी ट्रिब्यूटरी है, ठीक है. अब डू यू नो में आओ. ब्रह्मपुत्र इज नोन एज सैंगपो इन तिब्बत एंड जमुना इन बांग्लादेश. तो ब्रह्मपुत्र को सैंगपो बोलते हैं तिब्बत में और जमुना बोलते हैं बांग्लादेश में. और गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्र मिलके बनती हैं मेघना, ठीक है. इन तिब्बत द रिवर कैरीज अ स्मॉलर वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर एंड लेस सिल्ट एज इट इज कोल्ड एंड अ ड्राई प्लेस. In India, it passes through a region of high rainfall. Here, the river carries a large volume of water and considerable amount of silt. The Brahmaputra has a braided channel in its entire length in Assam and forms many riverine islands. Do you remember the name of the world's largest riverine island formed by Brahmaputra? Every year, during the rainy season, the river overflows its banks, causing widespread devastation due to floods in Assam and Bangladesh. Unlike other North Indian rivers, the Brahmaputra is marked by huge deposits of silt on its bed, causing riverbed to rise. The river also shifts its channel frequently. Next है the peninsular rivers. हमने भी Himalayan rivers के बारे में पढ़ लिया, अब हम peninsular river system के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. The main water divide in peninsular India is formed by Western Ghats, which runs almost north to south close to the western coast. Most of the major rivers of the peninsula, such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri, flow eastwards and drain into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers make deltas at their mouths. There are numerous small streams flowing west of Western Ghats. The Narmada, the Tapi are the only long rivers which flow west and make estuaries. The drainage basins of the peninsular rivers are comparatively small in size. First पढ़ेंगे हम नर्मदा बेसिन के बारे में. The Narmada rises in the Amarkantak hills in Madhya Pradesh. It flows towards the west in a rift valley formed due to faulting. On its way to the sea, the Narmada creates many picturesque locations. The marble rocks near Jabalpur, where Narmada flows through a deep gorge, and the Dhuandhar Falls, where the river plumes over steep rocks, are some of the notable ones. All the tributaries of Narmada are very short, and most of these join the main stream at right angles. The Narmada basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. The Tapi basin. The Tapi rises in the Satpura ranges in the Betul district of Madhya Pradesh. It also flows in a rift valley parallel to the Narmada, and it is much shorter in length. Its basin covers parts of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. The coastal plains between Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea are very narrow. Hence, the coastal rivers are short. The main west flowing rivers are Sabarmati, Mahi, Bharatpuzha and Periyar. तो कौन कौन सी है west flowing rivers? Sabarmati, Mahi, Bharatpuzha and Periyar. Next is the Godavari basin. The Godavari is the largest peninsular river. It rises from the slopes of Western Ghats in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. Its length is about 1500 km. It drains into the Bay of Bengal. Its drainage basin is also the largest among the peninsular rivers. The basin covers parts of Maharashtra. About 50% of the basin area lies in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. The Godavari is joined by a number of tributaries such as Purna, Vardha, Pranhita, Manjira, Vainganga, and Penganga. The last three tributaries are very large. Because of its length and the area it covers, it is also known as Dakshin Ganga. The Godavari को हम और क्या बोलते हैं? Dakshin Ganga. The Mahanadi Basin. The Mahanadi rises the highlands of Chhattisgarh. It flows through Odisha to reach the Bay of Bengal. The length of the river is about 860 km. Its drainage basin is shared by Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Odisha. Next is the Krishna Basin. Rising from a spring near Mahabaleshwar, the Krishna flows for about 1400 km and reaches the Bay of Bengal. The Tungabhadra, the Koyna, the Ghatprabha, the Musi, and the Bhima are some of its tributaries. Its drainage basin is shared by Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Next is the Kaveri Basin. The Kaveri rises in the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats and it reaches the Bay of Bengal and south of Cuddalore in Tamil Nadu. Total length of river is about 760 km. Its main tributaries are Amravati, Bhavani, Hemvati, and Kabini. Its basin drains parts of Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Do you know? The river Kaveri makes the second biggest waterfall in India. It is known as Sivasamudram. The fall supplies hydroelectric power to Mysore, Bangalore, and Kolar coalfield. Besides these major rivers, there are some smaller rivers flowing towards the east. The Damodar, the Brahmani, and the Baitarni and the Subarnarekha are some notable examples. Do you know me again? 71% of the world's surface is covered with water and about 97% of this is salt water. Of the 3% that is available is fresh water, 3/4 of it is trapped as ice. तो ये बता रहा है कितना परसेंट पानी कहाँ पे है. अब आते हैं हम लेक्स के बारे में. You may be familiar with the Valley of Kashmir and the famous Dal Lake, the houseboats and the shikaras, which attract thousands of tourists every year. Similarly, you may have visited some other tourist spot near a lake and enjoyed boating, swimming, and other water games. Imagine that if Srinagar, Nainital, and other tourist places did not have a lake, would they have been such attractive as they are today? Have you ever tried to know the importance of lakes in making a place attractive to tourists? Apart from attraction for tourists, lakes are also useful to human beings in many ways. India has many lakes. These differ from each other in their size and other characteristics. Most lakes are permanent, some other contain water only during the rainy season, like the lakes in the basins of inland drainage of semi-arid regions. There are some of the lakes which are the result of action of glaciers and ice sheets, while the others have been formed by wind, river action, and human activities. A meandering river across a floodplain form cutoffs that later develop into oxbow lakes. Spits and bars form lagoons in the coastal areas. Example, the Chilika Lake, the Pulicat Lake, the Koleru Lake. Lakes in the region of inland drainage are sometimes seasonal. For example, the Samar Lake in Rajasthan, which is a saltwater lake. Its water is used for producing salt. Most of the freshwater lakes are in the Himalayan region. They are of glacial origin. In other words, they formed when glaciers dug out a basin, which was later filled with snowmelt. The Vuller Lake in Jammu and Kashmir, in contrast, is the result of tectonic activity. It is the largest freshwater lake in India. The Dal Lake, Bhimtal, Nainital, Loktak, and Barapani are some of the other important freshwater lakes. Apart from natural lakes, the damming of the rivers for the generation of hydel power has also led to the formation of lakes such as Guru Gobind Sagar Lake, that is the Bhakra Nangal project. Lakes are of great value to human beings. A lake helps to regulate the flow of a river. During heavy rainfall, it prevents flooding, and during the dry season, it helps to maintain an even flow of water. Lakes can also be used for developing hydel power. They moderate the climate of the surroundings, maintain the aquatic ecosystem, enhance natural beauty, help develop tourism, and provide recreation. Next topic is role of rivers in the economy. Rivers have been of fundamental importance throughout the human history. Water from rivers is a basic natural resource essential for various human activities. Therefore, the river banks have attracted settlers from ancient times. These settlements have now become big cities. Using rivers for irrigation, navigation, hydropower generation is of special significance, particularly to a country like India, where agriculture is the major source of livelihood to the majority of its population. River pollution. The growing domestic, municipal, industrial, and agricultural demand for water from rivers naturally affects the quality of water. As a result, more and more water is being drained out of the rivers, reducing their volume. On the other hand, a heavy load of untreated sewage and industrial effluents are emptied into the rivers. This affects not only the quality of the water but also the self-cleansing capacity of the river. For example, given the adequate stream flow, the Ganga water is able to dilute and assimilate pollution loads within the 20 km of large cities. But the increasing urbanization and industrialization do not allow it to happen, and the pollution level of many rivers has been rising. Concern over rising pollution in our rivers led to the launching of various action plans to clean the rivers. Think about life of human beings without fresh water. नाउ यहाँ पे अपन बॉक्स में देखो क्या लिखा हुआ है, ऐसे ही एक्शन प्लान के बारे में एक लिखा हुआ है, नेशनल रिवर कंजर्वेशन प्लान। तो इस प्लान के बारे में हम पढ़ते हैं। The activities of Ganga Action Plan Phase 1 initiated in 1985 was declared closed on 31st March 2000. The Steering Committee of the National River Conservation Authority reviewed the progress of Ganga Action Plan and necessary correction on the basis of lessons learned and the experiences gained from Ganga Action Plan Phase 1. These have been applied to the major polluted rivers of the country under National River Conservation Plan. The Ganga Action Plan Phase 2 has been merged with its National River Conservation Plan. The expanded National River Conservation Plan now covers 152 towns located along 27 interstate rivers in 16 states. Under this action plan, pollution abatement works are being taken in 57 towns. A total of 215 schemes of pollution abatement have been sanctioned. So far, 69 schemes have been completed under this action plan. 1 million liters of sewage is targeted to be intercepted, diverted and treated. इस तरीके से हमने अपना ये वाला रिवर चैप्टर यहाँ पे ख़त्म किया। हम बीच में एक मैप नहीं किए थे जो हमने बात के लिए छोड़ा था, वो एक बार देख लेते हैं। देखो सबसे ऊपर देखो इंडस रिवर है, वहीं पे नीचे वुलर लेक है। अब इंडस की कौन कौन सी ट्रिब्यूटरी है? झेलम, चेनाब, रावी, ब्यास और सतलज। फिर वहाँ पे देखो गोविंद सागर डैम है, ठीक है, सतलज रिवर पे। उसके बाद नीचे आओ गंगा रिवर सिस्टम। तो गंगा रिवर सिस्टम में शारदा रिवर ट्रिब्यूटरी है, घाघरा रिवर, गंडक रिवर, कोसी रिवर, और यहाँ पे यमुना रिवर, चंबल रिवर, बेतवा रिवर। फिर ऊपर है ब्रह्मपुत्रा। ब्रह्मपुत्रा का नाम चाइना में है सैंगपो, फिर वो इंडिया में एंटर करती है। फिर यहाँ से गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्रा मिल जाते हैं, बांग्लादेश जाते हैं तब, और यहाँ पे मेघना बनते हैं और यहाँ पे सुंदरबन डेल्टा बनता है। फिर नीचे आते हैं, यहाँ पे डैम देखो राणा प्रताप सागर है चंबल पे और गांधी सागर है। फिर नीचे आ जाओ, यहाँ सोन रिवर पे एक डैम बना हुआ है, गोविंद वल्लभ पंत सागर डैम। फिर सबसे पहले वेस्ट फ्लोइंग रिवर्स देखो, नर्मदा रिवर, तापी रिवर, ये दोनों रिफ्ट वैली में फ्लो होती है, ठीक है। फिर गोदावरी, अब ये वेस्ट फ्लोइंग हो गया। फिर यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे रिवर्स बनी नहीं है कुछ कुछ। अब ईस्ट फ्लोइंग में आता है, तो महानदी रिवर, गोदावरी रिवर। गोदावरी रिवर की क्या क्या ट्रिब्यूटरी है? पेनगंगा, वेनगंगा, बहुत सारी, इसमें कुछ ही लिखी हुई है। फिर यहाँ पे आते कृष्णा रिवर। कृष्णा रिवर पे नागार्जुना सागर डैम है। गोदावरी और कृष्णा रिवर के बीच में कोलेरू लेक है। यहाँ महानदी रिवर के नीचे है चिलिका लेक, ठीक है। फिर कृष्णा रिवर, तो कृष्णा रिवर की इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रिब्यूटरी है तुंगभद्रा रिवर, और वहीं पे है लिंगाना मक्की रिजर्वायर। और कृष्णा रिवर पे नागार्जुना सागर डैम है, ठीक है। उसके बाद आते हैं हम कावेरी रिवर। कावेरी पे है कृष्णराज सागर रिजर्वायर। और देखो कृष्णा रिवर पे कृष्णराज सागर नहीं है, कृष्णराज सागर रिजर्वायर है कावेरी रिवर पे। और यहाँ पे राइट हैंड साइड पे है पुलिकट लेक जो कि नेल्लोर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है। सबसे नीचे यहाँ पे बना हुआ है वेम्बनाड लेक, ठीक है। इस तरीके से हमने अपना ये वाला मैप खत्म हुआ और ये वाला चैप्टर खत्म हुआ। इससे बेसिकली ना प्रीलिम्स के क्वेश्चन आते हैं। जैसे यहाँ पे जो पेनिनसुलर रिवर्स में देखो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है यूपी पीसीएस और बिहार पीसीएस, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट हर साल। अब इसमें कैसे क्वेश्चन आते हैं कि किस रिवर की कौन सी ट्रिब्यूटरी है, किस रिवर का ओरिजिन कहाँ है, कौन सा रिवर कहाँ ओरिजिन होता है, कौन से ग्लेशियर से ओरिजिन होती है, कितने स्टेट्स को कवर करती है, कौन से रिवर पे कौन सा डैम बना हुआ है। तो ये सब जो है ना अपन इसी चैप्टर से आता है, लेकिन इस चैप्टर की एकदम डीप रीडिंग करेंगे तो ये इस वाले टॉपिक से क्वेश्चंस आप सभी को बन जाएंगे। आई होप ये चैप्टर आप सभी को समझ आया होगा। नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मिलते हैं हम चैप्टर 4 के साथ। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू।